Hello, everybody. I'm Matt Anderson from The Road Not Taken. Have you ever looked in the mirror and said to yourself, you know, I thought I'd be much further ahead by now? Well, if you have, you're definitely not alone. I've certainly been there more times than I care to admit. And how would it be for you to learn the 12 most important things that you can fit into a busy life that can help you be, do, and have much, much more of the things that you really have always wanted, and to be able to do them consistently and not have to do them all on your own? So I've had family members tell me to give up many times. I've had family members tell me to get my head out of the clouds, to go back to being a school teacher, even though they knew how unhappy I was as a school teacher. I've had family members tell me to get very low paid, embarrassingly low paid jobs because they liked the idea that I have some kind of reliable income. And guess what? They were wrong. They were wrong. What I needed were the 12 different strategies and habits that help to me and can help anyone get out of their own way, get unstuck, and start taking ever bigger leaps. It's absolutely doable. In the last 15 years, I've spoken to audiences from over 35 different countries, some of them as large as 2,000 people. I've coached well over 1,000 people, either one-to-one or in groups. And ironically, that was before I found my truest calling, which is really around core and center and helping people get out of their own way and take ever bigger leaps. Now I've got masterminds of people who are launching startups. I've got people, English royalty in my groups. I've also got billionaire in one of my groups. And you might say, well, Matt, that's great for you. What does that have to do with me? Because knowing what to do isn't enough. Otherwise, the truth is everybody out on the street would be a millionaire. They'd be parking their Ferraris and they would have amazing physiques. And you know as well as I do how absurd that notion is. And that was my own life experience. I coached over 1,000 people, and 80% of them paid me good money and didn't really follow through that much. And every year I'd get more and more frustrated, and I'd be saying, what's the matter with everyone? Why aren't they following through on this? It works. They get great results. And then I looked in the mirror and realized that I was just as guilty as most of my clients were in terms of following through. I was doing really well in some areas, and then other areas I was failing miserably. And so that's why for the last year, I've focused pretty much exclusively on solutions to these problems because they're massive, right? So it's not about what we know and finding the information. It's about the doing part. And that's why I've created a one-year mastermind course called The Road Rarely Taken, because most people don't take it. And I'd like to share with you some of the reasons, some of the things that I've gotten from it and other people are getting from my masterminds now, and for yourself. So imagine a year from now, and I'm going to read my list because I want to get it right. Imagine a year from now, you have tangible steps that you've never dared to take before to go bigger. 2, you have a new internal belief that you deserve it as much as everyone else does at the top. Huge, massive. 3, you have a game plan. You have a consistent formula to focus on what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Think about these things. 4, you have the feeling that you love what you do so much that you would be making a disservice to the world if people didn't do business with you. If you had a sales process that was based on other people feeling understood by you, not them trying to understand you. That you had much more time to focus on the things that you love to do and that you're best at. In other words, much more effective ways and more focus on how you manage your time. In other words, there's a huge return on time by actually investing the time in the mastermind, because of what you're going to learn and apply from it. Strategies, hacks, all kinds of different things, better questions. And in addition to that, other needle movers from other people in the group. So it isn't just all from me either. It's what you gain from everybody else in addition to that works best as well for them in their own lives. And then finally, belonging to a community where you don't feel like an oddball or the outlier because of what you're trying to work on. So those are some of the great benefits that you can get. Look, I know you wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't want a lot more from your life. And it's funny, and also sense that there's this layer of you, there's this vein of gold that you know is perfectly capable of achieving great things. I know that on many levels, you want more confidence and belief that you know you can do it. You want to make more money, you want to grow your business, you want to touch more lives, and you want to contribute even more to your family and to your loved ones. I totally understand all of those things. They're very much ingrained in me too. And that's why I created this one-year mastermind course. Because with the 12 different strategies and habits that we cover, everything starts to change. And honestly, the feeling is, it's a really, really liberating feeling to feel like you know you're on course. If you've never felt it before, it's a wonderful experience to have. And the truth of the matter is your best strategies and tactics and thinking have got you to where you are now. So you need new capabilities. And if you want to be an overnight success, it takes time, right? It's not going to happen. I mean, we know this. So that's why the mastermind I created is a one-year course, because I want to be there throughout the entire time to assist you to make sure that not only do you go bigger, but you do it consistently, and that the certainty that you can do it is something else that you feel mounting throughout that year. And then the other key piece to this is I want you to know that when I am along on that journey, I am also sharing my belief that I know you can do this. Otherwise, you wouldn't bother applying in the first place. So that's what I want you to do next. I want you to apply. And I also want you to know that when it gets to 10 people in the group closes. And the group is starting in less than 3 weeks. So please click on the link for the application so that you can take the next step to going bigger, to building that certainty, and also to building that consistency.